Good evening, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. I'm Ross World, and today I really want to talk about, can you buy what you want? Even though a lot of us shouldn't buy the things that we buy, but one question would be, can you buy what you want? Um, I deal with those things because you look at your funds, you look at your finances, and the first thing you're looking at is something to buy. Not most of us change the narrative or change our mindset about what we want to invest in or what we need to invest in. It's always in conjunction with something we want to buy. But the question is, can you buy what you want? It doesn't really matter your paycheck. It really doesn't matter the income you have coming in. What I want you to do is your budget balanced? Do you have all your finances set up in order, paying all your bills, etc.? How about, do you have credit card debt? Do you have student loans? Those regular things that we actually deal with each and every day. And quite frankly, can you buy what you want? Meaning, if I were to ask somebody, hey, wouldn't you just love a 7 Series fully loaded BMW? Now, I want to say around 7 out of 10 people may be like, yeah, I like one, but I don't really need one. But can you buy what you want? See, a lot of times we spend our wealth throughout the year, and this is the main portion of the season I want to harp on, because we buy very frivolous things. We don't buy what I would like to look at as a meaningful gift. Now, when it comes to kids, there are exceptions to the rule, okay? Because we just buy them gifts to make them happy. But do we buy gifts to make people happy? Do we buy gifts for people who need it? Or are we just buying gifts? Like, I remember in my early 20s, I used to buy people gifts just for the sake of buying them a gift, meaning that I didn't know what they like. I didn't know their favorite color, their favorite flavors, their favorite clothes, their favorite store, whatever. I just buy them something. Had no meaning at all. And they probably knew that. But the question is, we are going out spending our wealth, but not on our family. Can you buy what you want? Are you doing the things that you need to do to set your finances up in order? Because I hop on this all year long, ever since I've been on here. Do you have a budget? Seriously, do you have a budget that you can pull out right now and look at and go over every single line? See, we are so quick, we are so fast to say, hey, how do I make a lot of money, right? Some people just ask that question. Hey, Ross World, how can I make a lot of money? How can I make a lot of money fast? Well, you can go to Vegas and hopefully you're lucky, but chances are you won't be. You still be there, probably in jail, can't pay your bill. There's very few ways in the world to make money fast. If you look at most millionaires, it took them anywhere from 5 to 10 years to become rich. 5 to 10 years. And we're talking about the lower part of millionaires. Okay, the lower part, like the people who are very successful became rich within the 5 to 10 years. Like, you guys think Uber just blew up. You think Lyft just blew up. A lot of these concepts, a lot of these ideas, a lot of these new innovations, whether it be in technology or transportation or logistics, took years to get to that point. So if you look up most millionaires, it took them, not even most millionaires, excuse me, a portion of millionaires and billionaires, right? A portion of them. It took them anywhere from 5 to 10 years to become a millionaire, or, well, yeah, a millionaire before they even became a billionaire. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you're looking for a quick rich scheme or some sort of risky investment, I don't have that for you. I don't have that for you, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what it's about. And some of you may disagree. I'm gonna tell you what it's about. It's about, what can I go out and buy that affects none of my rest of my finances. Here's another question. How many of you have at least $1,000 sitting in your checking account? Not in your savings account, not in your vacation account, not in paying off your loans. No. After it's all said and done, how many of you have a measly $1,000. See, that can be taken a couple of ways when I say measly $1,000. Some people say, well, $1,000 is measly to you, but it's not to me. I promise you, if you are anywhere from the age of 30 to 50, you have had $1,000 before, all at once. All at once. And I promise you, if you could track your spending, right? If you could track your spending from the first time someone gave you a penny, a dime, a nickel, a quarter, whatever it was, I promise you, you probably already spent $100,000. $100,000. If you are between the age of 30 and 50, chances are, and granted, there are some holdbacks. Now, if you never really had a paying job, I won't even say a good paying job, chances are all the money you spent, I'm talking about everything, every bubblegum chew, every peanut chew you bought, every gallon of gas that you bought, every utility bill that you paid for, etc. I'm almost guaranteed that most of you almost spent $100,000, right? But now you're trying to get your finances in order and you're trying to really figure out why. But a lot of it occurs up here. So you have to get your mind right before everything else, right? And I say, yeah, you have to create your budget first. You have to create your budget first. And that's true when we're talking about getting into the process. But before you even get into the process and work the process, you got to work and process it here. You get what I'm trying to say? Because you can blindlessly go into your finances and get totally lost because you didn't start thinking about it and changing your mindset, the relationship you have with money. See, that's the thing. You and money, you guys have an abusive relationship with one another. Yeah, you like to abuse your money. And that doesn't mean that you're, plow driving and you beating it up, you're punching. No. Nothing like that. This is psychological. You're abusing your money because you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. You heard that before, right? That means you're taking from one pile of money to transfer into another pile of money while you still have to pay the first pile of money, knowing that you started this pile of money. Here's another one. You already have a debt that you're paying on, but you go out and you have the audacity, okay, you have the ill gall to go out and install another debt before you pay off that debt. That's the whole analogy of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Why would you take out a debt? And you're saying, well, I've done it too. I've done it. I'm gonna tell you what I did. And I should have waited. A lot of us have student debt, car debt, and also house debt, right? Most of us. I went out and I bought a car, then I bought a house, like within a week, right? I bought a new house and I bought a new car. And see, me, I'm always thinking with the big head. I'm thinking, well, once I buy this house, my credit score is going to drop. So let me go out and buy the car that I want to buy now within the first 2 weeks before the other creditors and loan people see. First of all, if you buy within the first week, they won't see that the house has already hit your credit. It takes time for things to get on your credit. I usually tell people, depending on the month, it would take anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks for that house to pop on your credit. So what I did was, of course, I outsmarted the system, but it hurt me in the end. It only hurt me as far as my credit score, which after a time, your credit score will rise back up once you start paying your bills on time. But anyway, I bought the house, let's say, for instance, on a Monday. Then I bought that car on a Friday. None of that populated on my credit for like another week or two later. So it always looked like I had the credit and always looked like I had the debt to income ratio. But the problem with that is I just gave you guys keys to the kingdom, okay? I gave you keys to the kingdom to get yourself in trouble with that, and I'm going to tell you why. I was living paycheck to paycheck because when the loaners, right? The loan officers, the loan brokers, whatever you want to call them, right? The people who put you in debt, or the people that you call to put you in debt. You actually call them, or you apply online for them to put you in debt, But here's the thing. Once I did that, when I bought that house, let's say for instance the house was 250,000. They said, okay, sir, you make this and your credit score is this, so your payment is going to be $1,000. So now I have another $1,000 coming out my paycheck, right? And say for instance I get paid $1,000 a month. I know, very low arbitrary numbers, but just stay with me. It's really not about the dollar amount, not necessarily. So I get paid $1,000 a month, right? I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I get paid. I don't know. Let's say 1,500. I get paid 1,500 a month. So the house mortgage is 1,000, and then within the same week, I go out and I get a car loan, and the car is 400 a month. Now, encompass insurance and all that. I'm trying to get to a point. How much money do I have left? I have $100 left out of 1,500 because my house mortgage and everything included is 1,000 a month, and my car and everything included is 400 a month. I have $100 remaining. That is the equivalent of living paycheck to paycheck, ladies and gentlemen. That is living paycheck to paycheck. Now, $100 is not a cushion. It's a freaking tack. It's a thorn. It's a sword. You can't do nothing with $100. Now, some of you are like, yes, you can. What I mean is, if something goes wrong, your tire blows out, you got to buy milk, eggs, bread, there's an emergency, $100 is pushing. And I know that a lot of you are very savvy. You can stretch $100. But let me ask you this one question, because it starts up here, right? It starts up here. The question I have is this. Would you want $1,000 in your bank account when there's an emergency, or $100? See, here's the thing. And you have $100 that's have to last you for the next 2 weeks or the next 4 weeks until you get paid again. Is that going to last? Is that going to last? I just want you to get in the mindset of, can you buy what you want and all your finances are still in order? Because you won't be living paycheck to paycheck. You won't be living paycheck to paycheck. And some of us been doing it so long, we think that it's okay. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not okay to live paycheck to paycheck, because you have more to do. You have more to do. You want to go to the movies. You want to go out and dance. You want to have a couple of drinks. You just want to go to the park. You want to buy a book. There's little things throughout the month that we want to do. But if the only thing you have left over after you pay for your groceries, car note, car insurance, house insurance, etc., the only thing you have is $100. Do you have kids? Was you going to take them out for an activity? See, I realized a long time ago I had to get my mind right. And I always give out books to people. I have a friend of mine. I guess you can count him as a friend, co-worker. I told him, you're about to be promoted and you're still young. Okay. Not that he's immature. He's very mature, but that you're young and you don't have the knowledge base of leading people, right? You just know how to tell people what to do. The difference between leadership and management is leadership is giving someone purpose, drive, and direction to do something they probably don't want to do, and they still be motivated. And then the other side of that is managing. You're just managing stuff. You're not directing. You're not leading. You're just like, oh, you need to do this, and that's it. But they want to, even though they're getting paid to do it, you're like, why do I have to motivate and give people purpose for a job that they get paid to do? Well, that's going to make them work that job more efficiently, and you can become better as a leader, as a manager. You get what I'm trying to say? So all that relates into your pocketbook, because at the end of the day, they're like, wow, he's phenomenal. Let's promote him, and you get paid. But I told him the book. I said, get the book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And one of the habits are, and I think it's the 5th habit, don't quote me, it's either the 5th or 6th habit, is communication. You have to know how to communicate with people. So what am I getting at? It starts with your mind, and you have to train your mind. Even even if you have the mental capacity, you still have to tap in and know oneself when it comes to your psychological stability, right? Because a lot of us just think, oh, I need to save money. I need to invest money. No, your mind ain't right. You still going out to the club, partying, and spending all your money. You still going to the clothing store, whatever it may be, all the designer brands or all the generic brands, but you're spending a lot of money on clothes. And let me tell you, quite recently, I had a self check. I went into my closet and I had all these clothes, not designer clothes, just regular clothes, right? And I gave this huge pile of clothes to Goodwill so I can get that tax receipt so I can claim lower deductions. Yeah, charity. But I had some of the same items. You ever did that? You ever went out and you was looking for a shirt? Like, where is that shirt? You know what? I like that shirt so much, I'm gonna go out and buy another one. I know I have. But I had all these clothes, right? I had all these clothes that I bought double of, or I had something similar of. Nothing was unique. I had very unique items here and there. It starts in your mind first. And one book I like to read is called The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. That's the power of the subconscious mind. The other book, which I told you before, are the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you're in business, it's probably a good idea to read this book called Who Moved My Cheese? Anybody heard of that one? Who Moved My Cheese? Very good business book. I used to read a lot of, I remember reading Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. Then I realized it was fiction. I don't really like fiction books. I guess I like information, right? I think information is a tool that you can use and go out and be prosperous, right? I read Nathan's McCall Makes Me Want to Holler. His autobiography, essentially, he tells about his story of growing up in Davenport, Virginia. Very powerful story. Okay, he was an ex-convict. I try to read books that shape my mind to keep me focused, to keep me disciplined. And all this has to do with your money. See, we think that we can go into a situation with the same mindset, with the same mind frame. We cannot. We have to first change the way we think about things, how we approach things. You can't just diddy daddle seesaw into something and you have the same mind frame. Like it's kind of like if you're going into a place where everybody is happy and cheering and you mean and you mad, you're not going to have a good time. And I tell people this all the time, and it's the truth, but some people think it's asinine. They think it's stupid. It's not. And I guess because they haven't read what I've read, they haven't experienced what I experienced, what I'm about to tell you, they have no idea what I'm talking about. You've heard the terminology, you make me mad, you make me sick, and they're really upset. Like you guys are having a disagreement, an argument, whatever it may be, okay, whatever you want to call it. You make me mad. Think about it. You make me mad. You make me mad. Like I'm not getting mad by myself. I am not displeased with the things I hear, which raises my blood temperature, but you make me mad. No, no one makes you mad. You make you mad. Okay? No one makes you mad. You make you mad. You have the intelligence. Okay? You have the higher power that's already given to you to decide in your brain psyche. Okay, left or right hemisphere, doesn't matter. Creativity or those tactical skills, right? Those social skills to actually decide if you want something to bother you or not. I read another book, and excuse my language, I read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. But I care about a lot of things. I love a lot of things. But what that book has shown me and told me is focus on what matters. Focus on what matters. You guys are easily distracted by your friends, your families, and what people are trying to do. I thought you had a game plan. I thought you had a vision board. See, the problem, the reason why you continue to be in this cycle over and over and over and over again is because you have not changed your mind frame. You have not changed your mind frame. So if I were to give you any two books that I think that will help you to dig into the greatness that I know that you have. See, that's the thing. We all have greatness. We come from a great people, from a great place. We are all great. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you need to start saying that I'm great. That's what you need to start doing, because you have to train the mind first before it manifests. The law of attraction. We understand the law of attraction, pulling things from the universe and taking ownership of it and then putting it back in the universe and watch it manifest. See, if you read some of these books I read, you will understand the law of attraction, the law of dedication. Okay? So one book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Seven habits of highly effective people. And number 2, only 2 books. Only 2 books. The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I forgot the other author, but you'll see it because it says 7 habits of highly effective people. Like, you can't miss it. The background is in tan. The front part is in blue. What's going on, Omar? So before you can think about what can you go out and buy, can you buy what you want? You're like, yeah, I can buy what I want. Take away them damn credit cards. Let me take away those credit cards. Can you buy what you want? Do you have at least $1,000 sitting in your checking account? Chilling? Chillaxing? I don't think so. Some of you do. Some of you don't. Now, some of you, this is just good information. For other you, this is just great information, because $100 that you got in your checking account and you live in bank paycheck to paycheck, I hope nothing happens. I was there. I live paycheck to paycheck. And I was broke all the damn time. I had only enough money to wash the clothes that I could buy. And I'm going to tell you what we do. I'm going to tell you what we do. What we do is when we make a little money, we spend more money. Like when we didn't have no money, we still somehow spent the money every time we got in our hands. Like money's hot, burn through our hands. We just got to spend it. We just have to spend it. Then when we got a job and we got a career, then we spent more money than we make. You spent more money than you make. You know why? This very question. Can you buy what you want? And you was like, yes, I can buy it on credit. I can buy it on loan. Here's the thing. Are you a man or a woman that's depending on somebody else to fund all the things you have in your possession? I'm going to tell you how broke I was. My house in Texas. I had to put a Kirby vacuum cleaner on credit, and it was $1,100. That's how broke I was. Now, some of you say, well, you was a fool to pay for a $1,000 vacuum. Then I would agree with you. I would agree with you. But the point is, I paid for that $1,000 vacuum on credit because I simply didn't have the money. And I know the salesman knew I didn't have the money, but he was willing to make a sale and didn't care what my credit was like. If you don't have $1,000 just to go out and buy what you want, then I need you really to start changing your mind frame, the way you think about money. When your girlfriends, when your guys call you out and they say, hey man, let's go out and party, let's go do this, let's go do that. You're like, oh nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get my bills together, man. Just made my budget. It ain't even in my budget, dog. It ain't even my budget. You feel me? And that's how you have to be. However you talk, I get into character. Stay with me. I know. I'm over the top. But the point I'm making, like, girl, I can't even go out there like that because you know what? I do want to visit the Balenciagos, but I'm out to study for these Payless shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hope that's where your mind goes. Yeah, I hope that's where your mind goes. Like, ladies, you guys love purses. Oh yeah, I gotta get that new Dorian Burke. I gotta get that new Coach. Um, yeah. Um, you might just want to get you a book bag and carry stuff in. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. But what I'm saying is you can buy a nice purse at a more frugal price. But the point I'm making is this: can you buy what you want and not use nobody else's money? Because a lot of you are losing, using a lot of other people's money, right? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be real with you, okay? And people always say I like to get into race. Whatever. That's how I feel. The subtle art of not giving up, right? Who money you think you using? In Africa, they call them colonizer. In Africa, they call them colonizer because they colonize the entire continent. In America, we call them white people, mostly white men. That is who paying for your car. That is who paying for your house. And you know what he's doing? He's in his mansion, not doing a damn thing. You know why? He worked his ass off. That's right. That's right. He worked his ass off with the assistance and, being white privilege. And some of them also got their wealth from slavery. We won't go there. I'm not oblivious, guys. I know this. But don't get it wrong. Some white people do work their ass off to get what they have, even though they also got a little edge up on us with white privilege. All right, that's my disclaimer. But he worked his ass off, put his money up to be a loan to a bank or however, right? And now you're using his money with interest. You're using his money with interest. You're paying him back his money with interest. So he is actually a loan investor and you are a borrower. You can't buy what you want without somebody else's money. But see, you don't understand. You want Ross World to tell you, hey, where do I put my money at so I can make a lot of money? You need to put your money up here first. That's where you need to put your money. The problem is you always want to put your money in something. How about put it up here first? That's the issue. That is the issue, ladies and gentlemen. I'm from Washington, D.C. And every time we got money, we blew money. It was all about party, drinking, going out, smoking weed, etc. That's what it was all about. We didn't care about the next paycheck. Oh, yeah, man, shit, I'm balling, man. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, man, I'm going to do me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit, man, I'm going to get it in. All that. All of that. It don't get you nowhere. You end up broke. Like when all the beer and liquor and weed and men and women are gone, you are left there alone, broke, and struggling, waiting for your next paycheck. You can't buy what you want without somebody else's money. You can't. Does that make you feel like a man? Does that make you feel like a woman that you're working your butt off just to ask somebody to pay something for you? And then you say, you know what? Thank you, Mr. White Man. I'm glad you paid off my, that you're paying for my car. But you know what I'm going to do for you, Mr. White Man? I'm going to pay you back your money plus some. It starts up here. It starts up here. You know, today I really didn't know what I was going to talk about. And it hit me. I was sitting there playing Madden 2019. I crush all you guys. But anyway, I was sitting there playing the video game and I said, and it is, you know, something just hit you. I said, you can't buy what you want without somebody else's money. And see, and I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to leave the race thing alone. You have been dependent on the white man way too long. Now, I realize that sometimes the biggest racists, the biggest white supremacists are black people, are you, are me, you, me. We are the biggest, like, white supremacists. We just like to follow the crowd. And we like to if you don't follow the crowd, if you don't believe in what I believe in, then you are wrong. Have you noticed that majority of the masses are wrong? It's that one person who stands alone. They're usually right. Then we have to come back oh yeah, you were right. It's kind of like that milk thing. Milk is good for you. Milk is bad for you. Milk is good for you. Milk is bad for you. Now and again, milk is good for you. I don't drink it. I'm lactose. So that's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about that. Because if anything on this channel, the one thing that I want you to get is that your money starts here first. See, everybody across the nation, the world, will give you the best information where to put your money in, what to do with your money. Use your money here. Use your money here. But have you ever had somebody to say, change your stinking thinking when it comes to money? Reframe, retransform, regenerate your mind, your thoughts, the way you look at money, the way you see money, the way you play with money. Do me a favor. Do this. Do this week. I want you guys to try this. I want you to take out $100. If you don't have $100, take out $50. If you don't have $50, take out $20. And if you don't have $20, get a side hustle. You hurting. Real talk. No, I'm being real. So I want you to take out that $100, that $50, or that $20. And whatever you do with money for that next 2 weeks or that next week, I want you to don't pull out your debit card. Don't pull out your credit card. Pull out that $100. Okay? It's not that big. Let me right there. Take out that $100. And I want you to start to spend with that $100. Because I need for your mind to attach to the money. I need for your mind to attach of the money in your hand, then the money leaving your hand. I need for the money, again, to be attached to your mind. So when you start to pay for stuff with real cash, you're going to be looking at the money, looking at that. You're like, whoa, I only got $30 left? It's Wednesday. And I know some of you, when I give these challenges, right, some of you are very strategic. You don't really I'm not going to spend nothing now. I'm not going to spend anything. 2 weeks. Let's go ahead and do a 2-week challenge. $100 in cash in your hand, real cash in your hand. And hopefully the place, and here's another thing, if the place only take credit card, which they shouldn't, it's still America, but you never know, then I want you to subtract that amount of money from the cash and put it to the side. And it's not part of the 2-week challenge. Don't cheat. And I want your mind to attach to the money so you understand how the money is leaving your hand. Okay? And this will help you. And those books, again, I don't want you guys to forget those 2 books. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Because we have to understand, can you buy what you want? Yeah, you can buy what you want with somebody else's money, some money that you loan. Do you have that money? Are you still in debt? Have you created a budget? But first and foremost, have you changed your mind? Okay, so your mind has changed, your focus, your discipline. Now, have you made a budget? Have you made a budget? Do you know every expense? Do you know the amount of money coming in from all your streams of income? Because I know some of you have multiple streams of income. Do you have that? And do you know how much money is going out? Once you do your budget, and you have, I usually say 10,000, but let's say 3,000 to 5,000 in your savings account for an emergency. Once you transform your mind, once you write down your budget and you have $3,000 to $5,000 in the bank, then you're ready to make money. Then you're ready to make money. Not before. Not before. You are not ready to make money. You're not ready to make money unless you have changed your mind frame when it comes to money and you understand what money is. Some of us don't understand what money is. Okay, money is not an object. Money is a living thing. You know why? Because I will teach you how to invest it, because investment is nurturing it and your money grows. Your money grows. When the stock market crashes or when we have a recession, it's kind of like you breaking a leg, but you can heal and you come back even stronger sometimes. You get what I'm trying to say? It's kind of like when a fighter loses a fight. Right there and there, pop, 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 and he get knocked out. Pow. And then he said, I'm coming back and I'm going to come back stronger. That's how the stock market does. The stock market always comes back stronger, but you won't be able to enjoy that because you're spending all your riches, you're spending all your wealth because you haven't changed this. You think that going to every single party is where it's at. I would say this, New Year's Eve is probably the only time I really go out. I go out a couple of times a year. And I mean a couple, like 3. Okay? That's mean I'm not, and here's the thing, this is not me. I'm not a big partier. I like to dance. I can dance. Believe me, your boy can dance. I like to go out and I like to do some of those things. But here's the thing. I know what I want to do with my future. Regardless if I fail or I succeed, I'm going to try. Some of you won't even get to the point because you just want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money. Where do I put my money at? Where do I put my money at? How am I making a lot of money fast? How am I making a lot of money fast? You're not. You're not. Because you're spending your money faster than you can make it. Because you know why? Excuse me, Donald. Yes. This is Raj Spiegel here. We're still waiting for that payment. Josh, how much do I owe you, sir? Well, we were trying to tell you 2 months ago that you're now 3 months behind. So essentially, you're 4 months behind. And we have dropped it to a collection agency. So we're looking at your credit score. It went from a 720 to a 580. Sorry about that. That's where you are. That's where you are. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul. What's going on, Shakisha? Thank you. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I'm telling you that if you don't change your mind, it doesn't matter what I tell you on this channel. It doesn't matter where I tell you to put your money. It doesn't matter what stocks and shares I tell you to buy. It doesn't matter what investment platform I tell you to go to, Stash, Robinhood, M1 Finance, Wealthfront, Wealthsimple, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you're not in the right mind frame. You are 20, 30, 40, and 50, and you are still in the same stinking mind state, and you're blaming everybody else except yourself. You're blaming everybody else except yourself. I like to pull up this card every now and again. I keep it on my desk. This is a young brother who is around 23, 24, 25. And this is his business. This is his business at the age of 25. He's a black young brother out there, a photographer, okay? A photographer, and he getting his grind in. It's CAA photography, and that's the information. All right. So you can pause the video once I'm done and look at it. 25. Look, I'm 40. 41. I just turned 41. I'm getting old. Anyway, and I'm just now stepping out to start my own business. So it behooves you, and I'm about to get out of your hair because I know you're about to go watch the football game, or is it just me? But I want to leave you with this. You can buy what you want, but I hope it's not with somebody else's money. So this is what I need you to do. There's a few things we talked about in this conversation. 1, I need for you to change your mind the way you think about money. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to do a 2-week challenge. I want you to take out $100 because I know you just got paid. I want you to take out $100 and I want you to have it in your pocket. And every time you want to go buy something, your Starbucks coffee or your gas store coffee, your donuts, your sandwiches, your this, your that, it doesn't matter. How you doing, Anna Marie? Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want you to take out that $100 and I want you to keep it in your pocket, right? And then I want you to go out and I want you to take that $100 and spend whatever you need to spend. Do not use your credit card, somebody else's money, and do not use your debit card. Don't use neither card. The only way you use your card if that store does not take cash. And if they don't take cash, use your card, your debit card, not your credit card, your debit card, and the amount that you spent, Put it to the side. So I know some of you guys are going to lose some of your points for 2 weeks. That's fine. I'm trying to make the psychological bond of money to your mind. Money to your mind. Money to your mind. Because when we got these cards, say for instance it was a credit card, ching ching, there's no exchange. You don't see the money leaving your hand. You just see your card in, out. You get your card back. You get your card back. Now, if every time you bought something, they took your card, you'd be like, whoa, give me my card back. Like, no, we take the card. You have no more money. You're going to be left with nothing. That's the sociology of it. Okay? So that's what I want you guys to do. Take out $100 for 2 weeks and let's see how fast our money goes. Let's see, because this is going to be a test. This is going to be a trial for you to help you understand how much money you spend in 2 weeks. How much money do you spend in 2 weeks? Are you buying your lunch every day? Are you going to happy hour every day or most days of the week? Or you and your family go out to eat? You're going to see very soon how jacked up your finances are. You're going to tell really soon how flucked up, I said flucked, not flucked, how fucked up your finances really are when you have that $100 and it's going to be Saturday. You're like, oh, I'm supposed to be going out, girl. $20. Can't go out. Oh, yeah, man. Shit, dog. Yeah, dog. Hey, get it. Hey, ooh, $10. Man, Ross World, man, whatever. I'm going to go take some more money out. And that is when you can get yourself in trouble. Because now you already told me where your mind is when it comes to money. You already told me what your mind is when it comes to money. No one can force me to buy nothing. But people can force to buy you something. It's called a salesman. It's called a salesman. Yeah, they can force you to buy stuff. You ever been at the car dealership? Hey, can I help you? Yeah, I'm just looking at this car right here. Oh, well, that's the basic model, man. Just for a couple of extra thousand. This 20,000 one is just fine for me. Well, this one has leather seats, cool seats, heated seats, steering wheel, windows, doors, knobs. Oh, well, I love a car with doors. Let me buy that one. You get what I'm getting at. You get what I'm getting at. So I leave you with that 2-week challenge, $100 in cash. Get your mind right first. Then we can work on the budget. And then when you have $3,000 to $5,000, then you and I can talk about investing. My email is in the description of this video. The link to my new t-shirts are in the description of this video and any other investment platform. The reason why I gave you my email, because if you truly need help, email me. I always give people 5 minutes, right? And also, I put this out the other day. If you buy one of my t-shirts, yes, I'm trying to sell my t-shirts. Yes, I am. If you buy one of my t-shirts, the only thing you need to do is take a picture of the t-shirt with you in it or with it on a bed or something like that. Send the email, and me and you will set up a time, and you get 20 minutes of advice from me. That's it. That's it. You would get 20 minutes of advice from me. And I promise you, that's the cheapest advice you'll ever get for somebody to sit down with you, talk about your debt, who's not going to judge you, who's going to help you get you back on the roll, create a budget, etc., 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 etc. So, buy my t-shirt. Link in the description. This is Financial Literacy 101. I'm Ross World. I hope you guys are doing wonderful this evening. And now, guys, hope you watching this. It's a sorry football game on. But anyway, I'm out. You guys have